the FireTv with 4K and the Alexa remote. Now this is the 2017 edition with the 4K and HDR. Let's go over what's in the box. Here's the main unit, the remote. You get the USB cable that could hook either to the TV or to this if you need to plug it into the wall for power. And it comes with a couple instruction manuals and of course some batteries for the remote. So once you get all this set up and basically all the plastic unwrapped on it, let's head over to the TV with it and hook it to the TV. So find your TV's HDMI port and possibly USB port. Now if the USB port on your TV does not provide enough power, you're going to want to use the given wall socket port right here that comes in the box. Just plug this end in to this, plug it into your wall, then plug the other end into the FireTv. The HDMI cable that the FireTv is hanging with will be strong enough to support the device while it's hanging behind the TV. So you can just tuck it back there out of the way and let it hang there and it'll be totally fine. So we've got it hooked up to the TV. Let's turn the TV on and get it going. Now I kind of sped through this a little bit and I apologize for the flicker. But here's how we're going to set it up. You're going to go to the controller and you're going to follow the on-screen instructions here. Basically hit this little play pause button. And first we're going to set the language and country. And this is all just like any other device you set up. Now when this pops up right here, don't worry about it. If you have it hooked to the TV, this is the situation I was talking about where you probably want to plug it into the wall and use that method. Some TVs are strong enough, some aren't. So after we go through that, the first step we're going to take here is to connect it to the Wi-Fi network. And this is kind of odd. As soon as you connect it to the network, sometimes it already knows who you are. I don't know how, but maybe it's because you order it on Amazon and it's ready to go, but it will sometimes automatically know, like here, it is saying hello to me. So I don't know how they do it, but anyways, they do it and it's pretty cool. So let's skip through that. Now this section here you're going to want to watch if this is your first time ever using a FireTv or Fire Stick or whatever the case may be. This will just kind of walk you through some of the on-screen things and kind of give you a general feel for the device. Some of the more popular apps that you may want on the device. Now this is only a select few. You can pick and choose here. This is not the ultimate app selection, obviously. There's going to be hundreds of apps that we can get to later on. So pick a few if you see one that you really like and let's keep it moving. So there, if you want to just skip this, hit that play or pause button at the bottom and come over here and download, and it'll just download those apps really quickly. And that's one thing about this device. It is extremely fast, especially compared to the Fire Stick, which I did have before this. I could instantly tell how fast and responsive it was, which makes sense. It's a bigger unit with more power and I believe stronger processors. So anyways, let's keep moving here. Now here's just a few examples of some of the apps you can use. Let's go into YouTube. And as I was making this video, I saw something on here that was kind of aggravating. YouTube apparently is not going to be on this device anymore after the first of the year. Now here's something you can just make a quick adjustment to the screen if you'd like. I didn't make any adjustment because it looks fine, but here comes YouTube, and watch this message that pops up here. It's not a deal breaker, but it was pretty frustrating. As of the first of the year, YouTube will not be available on this device, and probably not on the Fire Stick TV either. So the Fire TV or the Fire Stick, I'm assuming, are both losing YouTube, which really stinks because obviously this is on YouTube and my kids watch YouTube and we watch YouTube all the time. It's a big part of our lives. Don't know why they're taking it off this. Hopefully that's just temporary. Let's switch gears here. Let's go with the Alexa voice. Now I'm going to say Netflix and boom, it's going to pull up Netflix right away. Now I'm going to say Trolls Holiday, and there it is. It is literally that fast. It's super effective. It's fantastic. It's way better than the Fire Stick. Okay, now Tumbleleaf. Alright, let's try youtube.com. Very fast. Let's try ABC. Again, you just push the button and you say it. So push the button, HBO Go. And there, I don't even have this app, but I can pick it now and I can go in and install it. Very fast, very easy, very effective. A lot more accurate than the Fire Stick was. So, again, I am definitely impressed by the speed and the accuracy and the overall quality of this device versus the Fire Stick. And I think this is roughly double the price of a Fire Stick. So, very nice. And the apps install very fast. It does have an AC wireless connection, which is the new standard and the fastest possible connection if you have an AC router, which I do. So basically everything on this thing works pretty smooth. So let me show you one more thing here before I get into the settings. Let's go to the newer show here on Amazon, Stranger Things. Actually, it's from Netflix. Stranger Things here. Look up here at this top middle here, towards the middle, UHD. Now that is showing you that this will play UHD or 4K or whatever the HDR if you have an HDR TV or 4K TV. Okay, so let's get into the settings here. This is kind of an important aspect. So you can scroll across the top here. I'm over here at apps, featured, games, control, or categories, I'm sorry. If you go through here, you can kind of see some of the things. It's pretty self-explanatory. However, once you get into the settings, this is where things can get a little bit complicated. So, I mean, it comes across fairly simply, and then you click on it and you have to scroll through different options. Some options are kind of buried in there. Now this option right here, the HDMI CEC device control, means that if your TV is CEC capable, you can control these apps and stuff with your TV controller. Okay, some of the preferences, parental guide, notification settings, you know, the basic things. Now here's something I like to turn off. Advertising ID, basically it just gets constant ads from, you're preventing constant ads from appearing on the device and on the TV all the time. I turn that off. Obviously you can go over here to your account settings, you know, the typical stuff you'd find on most devices. Now here on your device, if you wanted to install something like Kodi or something along those lines, if you know what I'm talking about, you'd have to go in here to apps from unknown sources and turn that off, and then do a few more things to install Kodi if you know how to do that. If somebody knows what Kodi is, then you would know what I'm talking about. And then here's the Alexa setting. I haven't really gotten into that, but this here, other Bluetooth devices and Bluetooth devices, if you want to install, let's say, a Bluetooth headset or even an earpiece or something like that, you can go in here and do that fairly simply. Just add Bluetooth devices and make it, you know, turn it on, and it'll give you the option to pair or whatnot. Or if you want to play some of the games, you can get the gaming controller. Now, if you have applications on here that you do not want, you would go into applications, scroll down here to manage, and then let's go back up. Hold on. Get out of the App Store. Scroll down to the bottom. There we go. Manage installed applications. Now here is where you would go in and you are going to delete the apps you don't want. Now if it is an Amazon app, it is built in. You are not getting rid of that. That's stuck there, just like any, you know, Samsung does it. A lot of devices do that. But let's say here, ABC, this is one of the ones I installed to begin with. I can go in here and I can uninstall it. And then your networks, and things of that nature. So it's fairly simple, but some of the things like how to get rid of apps and stuff are buried in here. Something you're probably going to want to search through just to get a feel for. Alright folks, well that's going to conclude this tutorial. Hopefully this was helpful, and if you're curious about the price of this, or if you're looking for it, I will link it in the description below. And as always, thank you for watching and have a fantastic day.